right, everybody. Oh, happy day. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I want to share with you 3 things to absolutely avoid when you sell insurance from home or maybe even from an office. This will be applicable to you as well. So I hope this video helps you. If it does, feel free to like it and by all means subscribe. If you need help, reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. But let me tell you, there's so many things that will kind of come over you when you sell insurance from home. So sometimes you really got to figure out, what do I need to avoid so that I can focus on the most important thing, which is being productive and profitable selling insurance by phone. So you want to avoid, the first thing is a lack of focus, okay? When you work from home, you've got a lot of things going on around you, right? You've got all these distractions. You must avoid distractions, all right? If you want to be driven, if you want to be successful, you have to tune down the distractions. That means you don't need to be having the TV on. You don't need to be playing with your YouTube. You don't need to be playing with your Facebook or whatever else, Instagram, that you're playing with right now. You have to eliminate distractions. You must avoid it at all cost, or it'll cost you more than you know. As an insurance agent, when you're selling over the phone or even just setting appointments, you can't be distracted. Okay, if I'm focusing on my phone call and I'm doing this kind of as I'm going at it, right? So if I'm doing this, you're not being paid attention to. See what I mean? You cannot do this to your consumer. You think you can get away with it, but everybody's paying attention. Distractions in the insurance space will cost you more than you know. Avoid distractions at all cost. If you've got a young family, maybe you need to go work in the corner of your garage. Maybe you need to go work in your car. Maybe you need to segregate yourself into a corner of your home with a shut door so that you don't have visual distractions that can pull you away from your primary purpose. So the first thing I want to share with you is avoid distractions at all cost, okay? Because distractions will just cost you a ton of money. It just will. The client will feel it. They know it. And let me just tell you, you won't be able to get away with it. And if you think you're getting away with it, I promise you're not going to be as productive and profitable, and that's what you want to be, right? So avoid distractions at all cost. The second tip I want to share with you that you need to avoid as an insurance agent working from home, whether, okay, you're selling face-to-face, you still got to book appointments, or whether you're selling in the telespace, you must avoid noise, okay? You've got to protect your environment. Avoid noise at all cost. You cannot have noise going on. You can't have dishes clamoring in the background if you're working from your dining room table. There's nothing wrong with working from your dining room table, but you must avoid noise, period. You've got to be laser focused. You've got to be linear in your thought. You've got to be linear in your methods. You cannot be like all over the place with, you know, Dad, hey, Mom, can I have this? Like, whoa, you can't do that when you're on the phone, all right? It's not going to be an acceptable way to operate a business. You won't be as successful. Let me tell you, clients won't even tell you, but if they hear your wife, your kids, your dog barking in the background, if they hear that noise, you know what they're going to tell you? Oh, I got to think about it. I'm going to talk to you later. I'll call you at another time. You know what? I got to go. You're going to get all these rebuttals. They're going to come hit you that maybe didn't have to if you would just have a professional environment where you don't have that noise. So you have to avoid noise. You have to avoid, okay, you really need to avoid even visual stimulation while you're focusing on the phone. You need to keep the first things first. So tip number 1, avoid distractions at all times. You've got to really be focused, but you've got to avoid noise. Sometimes it's not just what you're doing, okay, but how driven are you to accomplish what you know. So avoid noise, guard your time, put your phone on do not disturb. If you're married, let your wife have a bypass, okay, have the emergency bypass. So if your kids need you, they can ring through, but everybody else gets to wait until you're done working. By avoiding noise, by avoiding distraction, you will be a better agent. You have to really, okay, push back against anything that pulls you away from your primary focus, and that's building a business, right? Building a career, building what you want. You've got to remove, okay, Noise. You've got to not be in a position where you're paralyzed. A lot of agents have a lot of clutter. So you also need to eliminate the clutter around you, even at your desk. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect. I'm not perfect, okay? But my stuff is highly organized. If you have an organized desk, it will help you with an organized mind. You know where to find everything you need. If I need an application, boom, right here. If I need my leads, boom, it's right here. If I need to write down notes, which I do, it's right in front of me. You need to be methodical. You can't be all over the place and kind of scattered. If you're scattered at your desk, you will be scattered at your mind, okay? Your mind is huge. Your mind is powerful. You really need to have an environment that lends itself to professionalism. If you've got your stuff kind of all over the place, you're going to be kind of paralyzed up here because it's kind of like a computer that needs to be defragmented. It just is. Remember those old computers in the 90s and early 2000s, and you had to like defrag them every couple days, if not they got slow? Us as insurance agents, when we're cluttered in our desk, it will lead to a cluttered mind, and you won't be able to make as many conversions, you won't be able to make as many sales, because you're just not as concise in how you're operating your business that you're working from home, right? So tip number one, please be focused. Remove any form of distraction. Tip number two, eliminate all noise around you in your environment as best as you can. I get it. When you got a young family, you can only do so much. I started in the insurance industry and in telesales. My goodness, I've done this over 2 decades. My children weren't even born then. And let me tell you, I had no shame in working from a bedroom. But it was tough sometimes. I had to go hide in the corner of the bedroom with my phone using that mute button, okay, to not have the noise of my little one who was colicky at the time. So there's no shame in what you're doing, but just understand that you cannot let the noise impact you. So if you're on the phone with a client, maybe learn how to use your mute button. If some extra noises are happening, or if you need to cough, hit the mute button. That's the beauty of the telespace. You can actually have some grace there. Or if you're a face-to-face agent and you start coughing in somebody's home, especially with what's going on in America now, oh my goodness, you're going to get booted out of that house quickly. The conversation's over with, even if you just got a little scratchy throat, okay? Or maybe you just talk too much and you just need a little bit of water. You won't be able to get away with that coughing in somebody's home right now, and I understand why, okay? So in telesales, eliminate distractions. Avoid it at all cost. You need to avoid noise, okay? Any ambient noise is going to cost you money. Nobody likes wasting money. It's going to cost you opportunity, okay, as well. So avoid noise. Protect your environment. Just do whatever you need to do. It doesn't matter. Telespace is amazing, all right? Avoid anything that pulls you away from your primary focus. Get rid of the clutter around you. Get rid of your clutter at your office. Put yourself in an environment where you can be laser focused on the most important thing, and that's, okay, the date that you have by the telespace with that consumer, potential consumer, right? Focus everything on them. Don't be, okay, someone that's at a date with somebody and you're like, oh, what? Trust me, your date knows. Don't do that, okay? It's the same with your clients on the phone. Avoid anything that distracts you mentally or takes your focus away from your prospect. I hope these tips help you. Avoid these 3 things. You'll be more productive, you'll be more profitable, and you'll be more driven because you are set up for success. When you get rid of, okay, bad things, it can create like a vacuum to have better things in play. When you've got better things in play, where now you've got best practices in line. I'm not going to be distracted. I'm going to be laser focused. I will not have any noise around me. I'm going to guard my space. I'm going to be focused on my consumer completely. I'm going to not have a cluttered mind and a cluttered desk. I'm going to be completely organized, compartmentalized on what I need to do. Now I can put my focus on the primary target. I'm going to be like a horse with blinders on. I know how to finish my race. All right. I hope these tips of what you need to avoid will help you. If I can serve you anyway, feel free to reach out, jasonfinalexpense.com. And I hope you have an amazing day and an even better day tomorrow. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.